approaching the Gore complex. This facility is key to the junta's ability to wage war. All their machines, soldiers, and armaments are centralized here. If we disrupt this facility, we will be able to neuter their attempts to further cauterize the situation. We must hurry. They are continuing to escalate their deployment efforts, and soon enough, not even you will be able to stop them. They've spotted us. 7, brace for impact. Wake up.
Wake up. You're shaking. There you go. What's fucking Morrowind reference?
You're back, but you've lost your weaponry. I will direct you to a weapons testing arena. Here you will be able to rearm yourself. Find your way into the building ahead.
Okay, let's see if I can figure out what he was talking about, because honestly, when he says building ahead, Captain's sense of direction. I'm like James May, but I don't have that amazing hair. Actually, my hair used to be a lot longer, but then I cut it because I was like, that's a little cringy, not gonna lie. Only James May can pull off being a grown-ass man with hair like that. Okay, let's see. I think we're, yeah. Is he gonna say anything? No? Okay. So at this moment, this is the point in the game when it becomes Quake 2. This is literally just Quake 2 HD.
Stop. Wait for the beam. Time your jumps.
Like, it basically just becomes Quake 2 HD, except not Quake 2 HD because that's already a thing that exists. Well, there's also Quake 2 RTX, which, okay, look, man, I know it just sounds like me projecting because I'm envious of people who own RTX cards because it makes me feel poor, even though I've been saving up for like several years now, and I probably could get one myself. I just don't see the point because, well, as you can see, I'm currently running this game no problem. Well, despite that, really, Quake 2, of all of the video games that have ever been made in the history of human, you pick the grimiest, dirtiest, dingiest, rustiest to put shiny fucking reflections in. Like, what? Okay, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with... Okay, Portal. Yeah, Portal RTX. That makes total sense. That game's all about that clean, really cool, modern, like, clinical aesthetic. That totally makes sense for RTX. But Quake 2? Really, bro? Like, maybe...
Seems like someone found a trophy. Let's hope you don't find them.
Actually, wait, I just realized this is the Half-Life moment. You know, like in Half-Life where you get your shit taken away and you gotta go find it again? Can you squeeze into here? Look at how tiny this gap looks, but I can squeeze right through. I love having FPS protagonists.
Power to the subsystems, and I will be able to let you through this area.
I love having FPS protagonists who, you know...
Good. Make your way back.
Can squeeze past, like, the smallest little... Okay, I guess I can't go there anymore. Let's go here. Oh, boy. What are these graphics? What is this place? Okay, cool. We're just gonna keep moving on. Ooh. Everything is all bright now. Monitors. I love the resolution. Oh, shit. Okay, we're getting shot at. Headshot. Headshot.
Headshot.
Am I gonna put... No, I'm not gonna put reverb on that. I was like, oh, let's make it sound like the announcer from Quake. Oh, God. Revoke my gamer card. The announcer from Unreal Tournament. That's the guy who goes headshot. The Quake tournament... The Quake guy was like, excellent. Humiliation. You know, that guy. Who's obviously pitch shifted. And I find that really fun because it's just... Instead of getting someone who is genuinely like a really cool epic sounding announcer voice actor dude, they instead just got like some random guy. I think was it an IGN or a GameSpot review from back then that genuinely pointed out exactly which one of the development team was the actual voice. Yeah, kill them all. I know. I prefer Ride the Lightning. But either way, Yeah, I think it's really interesting they were actually able to point out exactly who did. I mean, I'm sure that it's in the credits. You know, it's like credits, cool announcer guy, this dude from the dev team, also the lead programmer. No, what did John Carmack actually do when it came to that game? Because at that point, wasn't he busy, like, didn't he start already developing the tech for Doom Free? Because that kind of shit takes years to develop, you know? It's not just like, oh, let's just go out Doom Free. No, no, no. It's like, it starts very early on. Because there's this, I think I've already talked about this, but this video where someone else on the team, not John, talked about the rendering and some of the tricks they use, or the lack thereof, because he said that, like, they used to use a lot of hacks and tricks to get their effects to work right, and then they just figured out how to actually do it legit. The beauty of making stuff with computer software. Is it a glitch? Is it intentional? We don't know. I mean, for all I know, all of Sony Vegas could be a massive bug and you would not be able to tell. I love software. No, okay, even though I kind of shit on Sony Vegas sometimes, I have been using it basically my whole life. And I couldn't really imagine permanently switching to something else. I can use Premiere, I can use After Effects. They're really not that hard. It's just that I've been using Vegas for so long that it just feels like, well, it'd be strange, you know? It'd be like suddenly going from Photoshop to some... I'm going the wrong way. To some other alternative, which is... some Linux user will probably tell you is better, but it's not Photoshop. I don't know. That's where we gotta go. The big green lights. Go figure. Checkpoint reached. Cool. I still don't know why this game doesn't have just regular manual saves, but...
Marvel of engineering. A logistical masthead for the junta. The icon of war. The Gore complex.
This is literally Quake 2. I love it, to be honest, because the gameplay is so smooth and fast. And I've never really...
Ahead is the weapons testing arena. You were trained in facilities similar to this one. Time for homecoming.
I'm not sure if this will contradict something I might have said in the past, but I've always found Quake 2 to be kind of numb in its shooting, not just because of the lack of muzzle flashes. No, I've played the remaster, and that one also has muzzle flashes. They added them back. But it's just, I don't know. It's not the theme. I don't really care, oh, it's sci-fi or it's fantasy, you know, because that was the original Quake. No, that's not the problem. It's something about the sound design combined with the weapon animations, combined with the enemy recoil, something about it that makes the gun feel just not as good as it possibly could be, you know? It's just not that chunky, not that punchy. Like, Quake 3's shooting is very squishy feeling because the sound design. Quake 1's is very chunky and just bulky and fucking awesome. But with Quake 2, it's just kind of this weird, numb feeling that I get. I don't know. Come on, don't die. Use the slow-mo to your advantage. Die. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna keep moving through. What is the... Oh, my... Wait, I've already collected those. And I don't really want to... Actually, I'm not gonna use them. Fuck it. Oh, wait a second. It just hit me. I can finally properly do... Wait, no. Actually, I've been dual-wielding the whole time, haven't I? Why did it just hit me that I've been dual-wielding? I think it's because I'm just so used to seeing it this way that it doesn't stick out until it does. It's really weird. Like, I could have sworn I wasn't dual-wielding these until now, but I could probably go back to the footage and no, I've been dual-wielding them the whole game. Because, I mean, come on, if you can make your character hold 2 guns instead of 1, why would you do anything else? You know? Except in Halo, because for some reason, Halo 2 had, like, the most disappointing dual-wielding ever. Like, it really didn't feel like... To be fair, I've never liked Halo's gun feel either. Oh, God, I don't know what it is. Again, sound, animation, particles, just a combination of those things doesn't work for me. Clearly, it works for many, 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 many more people, absolutely, judging by its success, the success of the Halo series, but I guess just not me. I'm one of those weirdos who doesn't like it. But, like, I can't pretend like I have, like, the most obscure and refined hipster of taste. No, I mean, like, come on. One of my favorite... gaming series of all time is Need for Speed. That shit is still very, very high selling. Wasn't Payback like the 10th or 8th or something like that, like very high number? You know, like or I guess low number technically, when it came to like the best-selling games of 2017 in the UK or something like that. I remember reading about that on the wiki page, and like even Unbound, which didn't do as well, it still apparently was one of the top numbers, you know? Or just like how Most Wanted was ridiculously good in terms of his performance, and even though Carbon didn't come close, it still sold super well. It's just kind of, yeah, it's a very popular opinion. It's a popular series. Like, what can you expect? For as much shit as it gets thrown at it, and I admit at this point Forza has, well, here's the thing about Forza. It's the motorsport games. I don't know what the hell's going on with them, because Forza 8 looks, it's an interesting game because it seems to be the definition of like quality over quantity, right? As in, there's far less stuff in the game from what I've seen, but it looks super nice. Absolutely. Even though not all of it apparently has actually been redone from scratch. They said, oh, rebuilt from scratch, even though some people have been able to track certain models to, you know, other games. Like, not even like just, oh, it's the same car. No, like literally the same geometry and stuff. Like, okay, I'm guessing I can't pick that up anymore because I already have it. Yeah. And the Horizon games, I mean, to say they've gone a little stagnant would be an understatement, but they're still kind of cool, and I mean, you can never really get enough of a well-made open-world racing game. They're just updates at this point. That's really what a lot of newer games are like. It's just kind of like, okay, same thing, but with new cars, slightly better graphics, although even Horizon 2 still looks absolutely gorgeous, to be honest. God, I refuse to accept the reality that Forza Horizon 2 is now 10 years old. Right? That was 2014, right? Oh, fuck me. Like, seriously. That was back when AR12 Gaming had super long, foofy hair. Remember that? And that was before Black Panther had the weird hair and facial hair he has now. Those guys were like my main, you know, racing game dudes. And also some other guys, like Tomcat, Slaptrain. Some other guys who don't really do racing games a lot, but they still... Figure 8? No. Damn it, guys, come up with better fucking YouTube names. You know, there's a reason why some of them have more subs than others, because they have easier names to remember. So you can look them up and then subscribe to them, you know? Like, that was something I realized, like, way too late in my own YouTube career. I probably shouldn't name myself the same way as one of the most successful Eastern European Slavic type YouTubers with a blue logo. So I changed it to, you know, what I have it now. And have I ever gone into why my YouTube name is the way that it is? Okay, so like my name is, it starts with the letter B, and I do music, and in music there's the key of B, major, minor, whatever. There's also the B string on a guitar, and I also play pretty much all my games on a keyboard. Again, yesterday I sat down and tried to like using a controller. I played some PS1 games, played some other things, and even games like, you know, games specifically designed with a controller in mind, couldn't get into it. It just felt weird. 3D, 2D, no matter what. The idea of using my thumb to move things around like that, it's like, no, I want to use my whole hand. I don't know, maybe it's just some weird reflex that I'll never be able to... I mean, it's not like I couldn't use it, it just wasn't something that felt right to me. I could make the jumps no problem, I could control the things no problem, but that wasn't the point. The point was, it wasn't the way that I felt comfortable, you know? Even with games that are, you know, quote-unquote best with a gamepad. Even the kind of games that will yell at you to use a gamepad. No? Okay. Oh, I thought he was going to say something, because when you pick up a weapon, right? Even, like, it really annoys me, though. Like, when Super Meat Boy, for example, it's like, oh, best play with a gamepad, or... didn't they have this one really condescending message, which was like, they're... No, it didn't go that way. I swear it was something like, there are two kinds of people who prefer gamepads and people who are wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm making that up. That wasn't actually in the game, but it was something similar to that. I mean, I can always just load up the... No, wait. I would have to load up the PC version again. I don't want to have to download it again. Whatever, I could probably just look it up. Like, you could probably find, like, an archive of all the messages or something, like on the... Maybe on the sprite resource or the texture resource or something like that. Because they're textures, obviously. They gotta be saved somewhere. Like a splash screen, so, But yeah, that really bothers me, because the best play with a controller. It's like, okay... I don't know, the only games I do actually agree that are better on a controller are stuff like Parappa 2. When I used to play Parappa, yeah, I definitely had a much easier time with a controller because of the way... Well, specifically when it came to trying to freestyle in the game, because you can change which line Parappa does, according to whatever line you are on the song. So, if you hold down, I believe it was left on the D-pad, Parappa will get stuck to the first of whatever syllable any button corresponds to in the series of syllables, right? Because it's split into syllables. And if you hold up or down, I don't remember exactly, he will repeat the current one he is on.
It's always such a pleasure watching you work.
Watching me whir. Okay, cool. I enjoy whirring with you as well, my boy. We're gonna move on to the next level, and that'll be it for part 3, I believe.
We are entering a research and development facility. We will need to reroute some power sources up ahead. This will allow us to return above ground, where there's an experimental weapon I think will serve you very well.
I wonder what kind of experimental weapon he's talking about that will serve me very well. What FPS trope have we not seen yet? Oh, what the hell are you? God, I completely forgot about those guys. Those are the Berserkers. I don't know what to compare them to as far as, like, existing, cliched FPS enemies, I guess. No. I guess they're kind of like fiends that don't jump, maybe? Or, no, you know what? They're closer to, like, a non-projectile version of those knight dudes, like the buff knight dudes from Quake. Not the skinny knight dudes that go down easy, the buffer ones, but without projectiles. These guys can't shoot anything. Yeah.
Jonto would never dare deploy anything like this. Depraved monstrosities.
Okay, I guess that's how you pronounce that. Let's see what I have to... Ooh. Access denied. I need a key card. Oh.
I will open the route to the key card. Use these maintenance tunnels.
Okay, which one? Are you gonna open one of these up for me? No? Okay, maybe... this one. No. Maintenance tunnels. What does he mean by that? So, one of these wall... no, of course not. Maybe I just have to step in here. And I'll just reset, right? No. Where am I going? Oh. The door opened afterwards. Grenade... when did I get my grenade launcher back? I don't remember. Everything's just a blur in this game, man. It's just... it goes so fast, but not too fast. That is a thing with some newer, boomer shooters. I don't want to call them that. Because they're not boomer. I don't even know why we call them boomer shooters. Because it sounds good. That's why we call them that. Because in reality, it's wrong. They're not played by boomers, obviously, because the people who enjoyed those games were probably in their early 20s when they were coming out. So they would be in their 40s now. So they're not boomers. So that would be in their 60s and 70s. And the games back then weren't made by people of that age either, and the games themselves aren't old enough either. So I'm thinking, like, because when I hear boomer, I'm like, okay, when was the baby boom, right? So, like, the 1940s? 50s? Or was it the 60s? I don't remember exactly. But point is, no, we should call them Gen X, maybe, shooters? Whatever. It sounds good, though, because it rhymes. You know, boomer, shooter. That sounds good, so we call them that. Because boomer is a very common word for something old. I'm explaining modern internet slang because I don't understand it myself. I mean, I'm the kind of motherfucker to still say shit like, why you know? You know, like those fucking impact font memes? Oh my god. You know, I used to go to this school called, this English, it wasn't really a conventional school. It was like this, what would you call it? It was an English academy thing. It was called Britannica, right? It's still around. I don't know why I said was. It's still a thing that exists. And they had all these fucking impact font memes everywhere. And that was still long after impact font stopped being the meme thing, you know? We were kind of into the Comic Sans era, and for some reason Comic Sans is very common where I live on just everything. Like, every poster you see here is just Comic Sans, and I don't fucking know why. I want to point it out, and I just feel like a dick if I would feel like a dick if I did, because it's like, oh, you know, it's probably just the best. And to be fair, Comic Sans has, like, some merits, I think, in terms of graphic design. The speed of boomer shooters. Okay, so my main thing is, there he is. Just use this fucking gun on him. I know it's not the most effective way, I don't really care. The main thing is that, really, sometimes they do go a little too fast. I understand that we can do that now. Like computer mice are more precise than they've ever been. PCs are faster than they've ever been. Games are easier to develop. Well, if you're not pushing the graphical envelope, that is. So we can kind of get away with making games just really fucking fast and frantic, and just have a bunch of shit going on. And yeah, and probably wondering, what does development time have to do with that? Well, the faster your character moves, the more level you're gonna have to make for the character to move through it. You know, that's why Sonic games used to be, you know, the boost type Sonic games are so expensive to make, because he runs through like 1,000,000 miles in a second, you know, so that's why they went open world with Frontiers. Anyway, and the thing is that I feel that sometimes they go a little too fast. What was this game called? Turbo Overkill? I haven't played it. I looked at it on Steam though, and it looked it's similar to this game. They're all very similar. But that shit looked like stupid fast, to the point where nothing felt like it had any weight to it, you know? He's gonna say something? No? Okay. And that can be a problem. It's great to have very fast, snappy gameplay, absolutely. But sometimes I feel like it comes at the cost of good game feel. As in, I just feel like I'm controlling someone who weighs nothing. And yeah, you don't want to be playing as Wario or some shit, absolutely. But at the same time, when it's that light, it feels completely hollow as like a movement experience. You want to have some feeling of weight to it. Why do you think people still enjoy like speedrunning like Mario 1-1 or... Oh, yep. Like the original Mario Bros. Because Mario's kind of heavy. Well, not Mario Bros, but Super Mario Bros. And that's what gives it that interesting dynamic.
Restore power to the second switch to allow it to rotate into position. Find the switch.
Okay, hopefully that's the direction in which I'm supposed to go. Ninja dudes. Aiming. I'm terrible at it. Even with a mouse. Die. There you go. More dudes. Yeah, there's not a lot of enemy variety in this game, to be perfectly honest. And, well, I can't really fault the game too much. It's not like some big budget game, but still, just, there are more enemies to be seen. We have not seen everything there is to see as of right now. There's more to the game than this, absolutely. But we're not too far off from seeing pretty much... Oh, am I dead? Okay, good. I do like that. You just reset instantly. You don't have to worry about anything dumb.
Good. Now make your way back.
Look at that gaming chair. Why do people buy gaming chairs? Is that, like, why does that exist as a thing? Why not just a comfortable chair, period? Why does it have to be... I know, because marketing and it sells to stupid people who think it improves their frame rate. I get that. But, I don't know, shouldn't it be more important to just market it as a comfortable-ass chair? You sit on it and you feel good, you know? Whatever, it's just stupid. But, yeah, we're just gonna activate this. Move this along. And that's moved. Although, wait, doesn't that... Hold on. But don't I want to be over... Oh, I see what it's doing now. It's gonna go over here, isn't it? Yep, it's gonna go here. That's so cool. Parkouring on moving objects. Why am I impressed by that? It really shouldn't be that impressive anymore to be able to do that, but I don't know.
Careful now. I need you in one piece.
Well, I am gonna stay in one piece anyway, because I am Monkey the fucking... I really didn't want to make that joke. It's not that funny. Okay, whatever. I've never really been into those kind of manga where it's like super and anime in general. I don't really watch anime, to be fair. It's been a really long time since I did. Again, I appreciated the music because it was really weird and jazzy, so I would like learn from it. But other than that, I'd rather just read manga because I can do it at my own pace, you know? And I can choose which parts to... There it is, that's a new enemy type. Because I can choose which parts to prioritize, and it's like which ones really deserve my time. Whereas with like something that's like, you know, scripted and has a particular length to it, you kind of have to invest a particular amount of time arbitrarily, and it's just kind of like, I mean, yeah, I can fast forward, but then it kind of feels weird. Whatever. That's enough of my ramblings of, I guess, an ex-weeb. I wouldn't say I was ever a weeb, to be perfectly honest. What is this? And that sounds like something a piece of shit would say. No, I mean, Oh no, I am a piece of shit, but that's...
That building, you'll need both key cards sent to the main facility. Before that, however, introduce yourself to some of the junta's newest toys.
That didn't work. You said I needed the key cards, dick. Oh wait, I'm guessing the key card that I have is something for something else. Okay, whatever. I guess we're now gonna have to make our way back. When I see purple, I think U damage. So why'd you make the armor purple? Whatever. So where do I go from here? I was just here, wasn't I? So now I have to figure out some other area to visit. And I'm not sure where it is. I guess it's over. Oh, yep. They really should indicate that the doors are going to open in some way. That's not going to go. Okay. Nope, that's an old enemy type. I wonder where we're going to find the new guys. Except that they're really annoying because, not because they're difficult, but every time you kill them, they say something like, you know, system terminal or some shit like that. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it just, their messages overlap, like the voice line overlaps constantly with the other ones that you kill, and it just gets really annoying when that happens. Yeah, we're just gonna keep moving through. Gonna set that. Oh. Whoa, it's like a Quake 2 moment. That's the new gun they were talking about. That's right, we're gonna get a rail gun. Because, of course, we can't have a fast-paced FPS without a railgun. Oh, shit. And see, this is cool. It doesn't feel cheap. It's hit scan, but you get a warning. So you can totally avoid it. Look at this. Can't fucking touch me, you know? That's how you do it. You can still have hit scan weaponry. You just have to design it correctly. Just walking into a room and getting instantly fucking rifled by everything ever is not fun, Raven Software. They worked on the majority of Return to Castle Wolfenstein, right? It wasn't id. Like, id worked with them on the game, absolutely, but it's not like an id game primarily. It does have their logo on it, of course, but still, hold on. This is the bit where they crush you, right? Yep, I'm getting smushed. Okay, well, let's see if we can do this without getting dead. Don't get dead. Come on. There you go. Jump. Nice, easy platforming. Go over here. There's nothing inside of this. Where do we have to go now? It's really dark. I kind of want to turn the gamma up, but I shouldn't, because it will ruin like some of the clever lighting and color work and such. You know, there's always that fine balance you have to walk between how much you want your game to look really good and how much you want it to be visible. Not that you can't have a very bright and easy to read game that's still appealing. I don't know, you can have that too. But it depends on the aesthetic and the thematic sensibilities you're going for with your game, right? So if I were to turn up the gamma right now, it would be easier to see, but for this kind of game, it wouldn't really make sense for it to look that way. It would just look washed out. Although, there is a small part of me that is kind of a fan of the washed out sort of shitty gamma settings aesthetic for some reason. Not sure what it is about it. The obvious answer would be nostalgia, but no, the videos I used to watch as a kid generally had good color. You know, they looked, I mean, they were either recorded on an emulator, like Kega Fusion or something if it was a Genesis game or whatever it was at the time, or Z-SNES. Oh, Z-SNES. Classic. That's what it was called, right? That one with the purple interface and the mouse. Oh, that was great. Or it would just be direct capture from the TV and it would look fine. So it's not like I have some sort of emotional attachment to washed out colors, but there is something weirdly appealing about it. I can't go here. Oh, more enemies. Die. Helmet guy. There you go. Helmet man dead. God, where are we going now? Let's see. Here? No, not here. I've already collected the key. I really have to stop fucking, lunging everywhere like that. Although, maybe this is the right way. It must be because I'm here. So now I have this key card.
Access granted.
Well, that's clearly not good enough because now I have to... there it is. Access granted. Let's go through here. Get some more ammo, health. And,
We're approaching containment for a powerful precision weapon. Do what it takes to secure it.
yes, I will get the railgun. Pop. 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 Come on, die. He really doesn't die fast enough, to be perfectly honest. What's that even say? I love how they all have individual health bars, but I never even stop to read what it says. Heavy class something. Ah, damn it. Mech, ogre. I know you guys can probably read it no problem. And that's always a frustrating thing, true. Like when you're watching an LP and the guy playing is having a hard time reading the thing on screen because he's focusing on the actual gameplay. Meanwhile, because you're not focusing on the gameplay because you're just watching, you have an easy time reading it, so it becomes like this weirdly frustrating process of just like, oh, that's what it says, can you not read? But it's like, yeah, no shit. Point, and die. I should be using the grenades on those guys, but I just keep forgetting, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of bouncy projectile-based weapons in 3D games. I kind of like it in 2D games, actually. I've been playing a bit of Cave Story. In that game, you know, you have that fire weapon that has like those bouncy projectiles. Can you guys hear that in the background? No, I doubt it. There's a plane going by, and usually when a YouTuber like has a plane in their video, you'll be able to hear it. I don't think you'll be, because this microphone has a very narrow range. I'm not sure if it's condenser or dynamic. It's probably a condenser. I don't know, because if I even step a little bit out of its like field of being effective, you can't really hear that much. So, I mean, the fact that you can't even hear the game, even though I'm blasting it on my speakers right now, and I know you can't hear it because I can check in editing.
Now go enjoy your new toy.
Yes, I will. This railgun looks really cool. Looks like something out of Zonotic, or Zonotic, I think it was. There it is. Except it has a charge up. So it's kind of balanced in a weird way. I don't feel like it's really all that useful. Because of that charge. I know that, like, you know, a competitive Quake player or whatever can probably get some good use out of it, but the thing is that the railguns in Quake never had any sort of a charge. I mean, yes, you have to wait a few seconds after you've used it, but with this one, you have to wait a few seconds while you're using it. That's the weird thing. Oh my god, I actually died. Even though I made my game way easier, I still was able to die. I mean, I'm gonna get this anyway and just keep moving through. Cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna use this weapon, though. Because it's just the charge, man. It kind of makes it makes it very undesirable to use, to be perfectly honest. Okay, fuck you guys. I'm just gonna run through. Right? Can I? Yep, I can just skip right through. Bye. I'm guessing I'm going the right way now.
Area lockdown in effect. Access granted.
Yeah, access granted. Oh, this time it didn't fade to black. That's interesting. So, I think that's actually gonna do it. I'm not gonna press any button. That's it for part 3 of Sprawl. We're gonna finish off episode 2 in game in part 4. See you guys next time with Sprawl, part 4.